Hello everyone, welcome back to Cloud's Fortresscraft Frozen Factory. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the mass storage mods. And the first thing we need to do is head over to our research terminal, where you're going to notice that every once in a while when you download mods, it's going to reset certain technologies. And most of the time you're going to find them inside your research terminal. And all you got to do is just research it, obviously. So we've got a few mass storage mods we're going to look at today. And the first one that I want to look at is the mass storage access port. So it enables instant access to mass storage inventory. Okay. So we're going to research that one. And then we'll come back for the other ones. I think it'll be easier to remember what I've done if I leave the researches. So now it's a matter of finding the thing. Let's see here. Mass storage access port requires quad matter mover, power storage Mark III, conductive and fortified PCBs. And we may have to hop down to the cold caverns for that quad matter mover. Yeah, looks like we're gonna have to hop down to the cold caverns. You know what? Let me just double check. Got some duels up here. That's okay. I think I know where they are, and I think I know what we're going to be replacing, so this is actually kind of convenient. Just have to wait for the teleportation sickness to wear out, and I can visibly see what I'm doing. This way. What in the world was that? That was a weird noise. I keep hearing weird noises. I feel like I'm playing a horror game and there's like doors slamming behind me. Alright, so here's our quad matter movers. Now this system used to deliver bars from my inventory into my mass storage. I'm hoping this mod can replace that. So I'm going to grab my quad matter mover. Cover that hole up. Oh, I think that's the excavator going off. The little explosion-y sounds in the background. Okay, mass storage access port enables instant access to mass storage inventory. Right? And let's see what it needs. Requires 50 power per item transferred. Okay. So it's going to need power of some sort. Now, whether it needs to be hooked up directly to its own power storage, or whether it's going to pull out of the mass storage inventory, I don't know. Let's get rid of this stuff. Okay. Pop one of these down. It looks like the reactor vat. Okay. So, we're in withdraw mode. Press T to enter deposit mode. Okay, we're in deposit mode. Press T to deposit chromium bar. Scroll list with the arrow keys. Okay, coal. Compressed chlorine. Oh, I see. It's in alphabetical order. That helps. Press E to access inventory display. Okay. So this works just like the hopper does. Oops. And it looks like, to me, let's see. Well, you can't just drag. Oh wait, no, that's with we're in withdraw mode. Let's try clicking deposit mode. Oh wow, what's all this then? Let me get out of my inventory here. Let me try that again. All right, deposit mode. You're telling me I can just... How many am I? I'm moving 100 titanium bars at a time. Okay. Is that as fast as I can move them? As 100? Yeah, it looks like 100 at a time. Okay, well, honestly, that is better than what I had. Because I can, you know... Well, you can't do it if it has low power, but... Alright, so that's a pretty quick way to put stuff into the in-out port. I'm assuming, though, the accessibility of this is probably better used for pulling out random things. Like, oh, you know, how am I ever gonna, without hooking up... Oh, look at that, I just pulled that out real easy. And I guess you could pull out the bars real easy, too, but... I mean, yeah, it's a lot of clicking, but that's because I have a ridiculous amount of bars. And the other option is more automated, but I don't know, that's pretty quick. And I guess you could also search through the list here and just sit here and press T on it. So I want to try that. Alright, we're in deposit mode. Yeah, I can just sit here and press T. So this is where an auto clicker would come into handy. Alright, well that's enough of the access port. That's pretty interesting. I always thought it would be nice to be able to manage your mass storage like it was one big hopper. So I'll probably play around with that a bit off camera and see if I can't find any other uses for it. But for now, we're going to go take a look at the next tech. And the next item we're going to be looking at is the mass storage stockpiler, which comes in 3 marks. I'm assuming that is the same as the regular input port, as how that comes into multiple tiers. We're going to go Mark 3, okay. We're going to put that on our bar. Oh, duh. I researched it. Now I got to build the darn thing. Alright. So we need basic mass storage input port. Mark 2 input port. Conductive, lightweight. And crystal clock. Okay. Well, I've got the crystal clocks here, and these are all materials laying around from building those quarries up. Okay, I don't have any of the ports, so I'm going to need to make all of the ports. I could go grab them from what I have, but that would be a little bit much. Alright, so we need input port. Of course, that requires a lot. Alright, I'll be back with the materials. And now that I have the materials...
Crafting. Crafting. Crafting.
I'm going to make one of each of these. Okay? Just because I want to ensure that they pretty much all do the same thing. So there's the Mark 3, Mark 2, and the Mark 1. Okay. So let's hop on over to this storage here. We've got plenty of storages over here, and it'll be easier to test. Okay, so we're going to configure the item to stock. I want to do coal. How do I actually... Let's see. Okay. So you got to drag and click from your inventory. Increase to, well, let's just leave it at 100. Oh. Alright, so the way this is supposed to work from the best I understand. Now this Mark 1 will probably only accept a very minimal amount at a time. The way I think this is going to work. Now this Mark 1 should stop accepting coal once it reaches 100. Okay. This is a good item to have if you want to use your mass storage facilities to automate more production, but you don't want the production facility to be full of 10,000 of that one item because you're not currently using it. Okay. So he moves one at a time. That's the Mark 1. Mark 2, you have to actually set it, otherwise it's just going to keep accepting whatever it wants. I mean, there's not 100 in here anyway. Alright, so the Mark 2 does 5. Right, so these work pretty much just like the regular input-output ports when you're not doing anything. Mark 1 does 1, Mark 2, 5, Mark 3, probably 25. Yep. And then again, you have to actually set this. Alright, we're going to come back to this and make sure that it stops at 100 coal. Just to make sure I haven't, messed it up. And we're going to check out the very last one. As soon as this chunk of the world loads in. You know, I might not even need it to. Alright, research station, mass storage inventory panel. Okay, I'd have to say if this one does exactly what I think it does, this one will probably be my favorite. Alright, so we need 10 tin plate, 15 copper wire. I'm just going to run and grab those real quick because it's really easy. Oh no. Alright, well, the tin plates are pretty easy. Copper wire is a little bit more difficult. I forgot the, something else I recently made required copper wire. So while we're waiting on those wires to be done, let's just go ahead and press out some more tin plates. I'm assuming with all of this extra mass storage fun, and all these mass storage mods, I'm probably going to need more mass storage ports. Just guessing. Alright, that's more than enough. I guess I already had a couple copper wires in there from the last time I was making them. Alright, so mass storage inventory panel.
Crafting.
Now, from the way I understand this, I'll get rid of you and you. Mass storage inventory. I'm going to put these Mark 1 and Mark 2 things away right away. Well, I didn't want to put those other ones away. 8 bulk mass storage input ports. Yeah, I want to keep those. Get rid of that hopper. I'm just trying to make a little teeny bit of room in my inventory so it's easier to see things when I'm looking for them. Alright, now as far as this goes, here we have 107 coal. Alright, so it's not perfect, mainly because, this carries intervals, but it's stopped. There's still coal. Conveyors are blocked, but he's refusing to... it even says there, waiting low stock. Cool. That is really neat. So you'll use that instead of the in-out port, and that will limit how much you're putting into here. So it makes it a little slower because you can't use the matter mover in-out port, but we could probably manage. Alright, so mass storage inventory panel. Scanning inventory. Oh. It just puts a big sign on it that conveniently goes away when you're not looking at it. Nice. Doesn't do us much good on there. Let's try this one. This one's got a few more things in there. Yeah, there we go. So you get a pretty good list. Now, it said that the list was scrollable. Okay, here we go. Q to scroll up, E to scroll down, T to target or to toggle auto scrolling. Oh, that's nice. Much more convenient than the other method. Yeah, that's a very good way to see. And if you wanted to oops, I didn't mean to do that. If you want to combine the other method, I wonder if I can make another one of those access ports. I need a few more fortified PCBs, but I'm going to. Because this access port, I think, would be great for... Oh, really? Why did I put that there? The access port, I think, would be amazing for pulling out the small things that your quarry is going to be pulling up a lot. Or quarries, I should say.
Crafting.
And it's a good time to see if this will use the... Oh, okay, this mass storage access port will pull power out of the mass storage facility quite like the in-out ports do. So you don't have to worry about building it on a battery. But yeah, we can easily go out and pull all of the mushrooms out now. Fantastic. This development console thing. Okay, well, there we have the mass storage mods. Those were the ones that I am probably going to be using. And we don't have the scrolling anymore because we took out plenty of items. Oh, my inventory is almost full of this junk now. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you have any problems with these mods, let me know. I couldn't find any tutorials on these mods themselves, but they're pretty easy to figure out. I mean, if I can figure it out, you can probably figure it out. Put this junk away. Just cleaned out all my... Oh, I gotta clean all that other stuff out too. All of the PCBs and whatnot. So I'm not quite sure what we're going to be looking at next episode. Maybe put another one or two out. But I have decided we're definitely going to do another series. So keep looking forward to that. And I appreciate you watching. And I hope to see you next time.